Oh yeah, baby, my whole life is changed since you came in. I knew back then.
What's going on, Kaine Reviews fans? I'm back at it again with another hilarious video. I haven't posted in a minute on some people in real life that I know, but they found my YouTube channel and they've been bitching at me to post another video. So here's my next video. As you guys know, I consider myself a certified gooner, and I think out of everyone, I'm like the perfect person to be rating anime bitches on how hot they are, and only on that because it's like, I don't know, I don't watch a ton of anime, to be honest with you. I watch like 6, 7. Also, I don't know if you guys can tell, I've been working out. I kind of wore this just so I don't look like a fat retard doing this. I am a fat retard. Anyway, so this is mainly going to be off looks, unless it's from like an anime that I've watched, and it's like, I know, I fuck with it, you know, and I know, like, let's see if there's anything I know off the bat. Alright, so this is a child. I'm actually going to make like another tier for like child, because that's not something you want. Perfect. Back to what I was saying though. It's like, let me see if I can find something that's like, they're bad, but like, you know, that's another kid. Alright, perfect example. First anime I watched when I was like 8 years old. Probably not a great first one. It was basically just hentai, but still, you know, I'll admit she's hot. I got a thing for bitches with pink hair, but she's a vampire and evil as shit, so I'm putting her in C tier. We're gonna be doing shit like that if it's someone I know. Now, let's start off with this bitch on top, alright? Going off the looks of her alone, she's kind of dressed like a McDonald's worker, which on one hand could be like, this bitch got no aspirations in her life, but on the other hand could be like, she's getting her money in. I don't like her eyes that much, though. I'm gonna put her, we're gonna start her off in B and see how it goes from there, you know? See, now this is more interesting. This I fuck with a bit more, you know? She's got some little more edge going on. I like that. I like a little bit of edge in a bitch, you know? You feel me? I'm gonna say A. I'm gonna say A. And again, as this goes on, we'll change it around and stuff like that, you know? Again, I feel like she has a little bit of edge. I got a thing for a woman in a tie. I can't tell if that's a tie, but I feel like it would be. Fuck, like, okay, hold on. I'm gonna rearrange this a little bit. Yeah, that seems like a good start. Okay. Just looking at her, she's pissing me off. I don't know what it is about her. I don't know if it's the haircut, that little fuck-ass smirk she's doing. I don't know what it is. I don't fuck with her, though. But she's not an evil-ass vampire, so I'm gonna put her in C, you know? I do like horns. And she has nice eyes, too. I'm gonna say A tier. You know what I mean? This looks like a kid. We're gonna put that in child. This shit's kind of cool. I don't even think she's that hot. I just think she's kind of cool. She's cool looking. I'm gonna go with B on this one. I feel like this is a safe B. You know what I mean? Not like, oh my god, fuck me, but more like, you know, I can appreciate. It's like men, you know. I'm not gay. For the most part, I can appreciate men's beauty though. You know, some men are hot. Some men I'd fuck. Some men I get fucked by. You know, I'm straight though. She looks a little too much like a little goody two suit. Goody two shoes. I don't fuck with that. Again, like I said, I like my bitch with a little bit of edge. She also kind of looks like me if I was a girl when I was still blonde and also hot. I'm gonna say C tier. Big ass fucking forehead. D tier. Alright, this I feel like, this is kind of just fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't look like she has a soul. Which is kind of a deal, I know, I'm not judging. Kind of a deal breaker on my part, having a lack of soul. I'm gonna go D on that one. This is weird, because it's like, her hair is the same color as her eyes, which on one hand could be like, you know, I really like paint match tires. Those are fucking cool. But on the other hand, it's like a blonde person having blonde eyes. That's just a little fucking weird. I'm gonna say C though. I think that's a safe bet. I'm gonna say clockable. Like, it looks like it could be a man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say D. She looks like she would be a little bit freaky. I got a thing for glasses. There's a lot of random things that I have a thing for that I'm gonna keep saying throughout this video. I do got a thing for a girl in glasses. I'm gonna say B. Alright? It's just weird looking. I don't like that. I'm gonna say D. Okay, this is someone else that I do know. Okay, real quick. This doesn't, believe it or not, is a child. I'm still not of legal age, but I'm not taking that risk in a year when I turn 18. And it's like, yo, he fucking called a 16-year-old hot. I'm not taking that risk. Aqua from Konosuba, right? She's a little bit of a retard. This goes back to the chick without a soul. It's just more of a moral question of like, is this right? Is this something I should be doing? You know what I mean? Shit like that. I'm gonna say B though. She got some cool powers. You know, water. I don't take showers, so that wouldn't be that cool for me. Something to think about, you know? How old was Asuna in Sword Art Online? 15? Whoa, I didn't know that. This is already taking a pretty long fucking time. This looks like my sister. I don't like that. I like her eyes. She got nice eyes. Okay. Are you fucking serious? That's actually just a 12, that's like a 7-year-old. That looks like my little brother. That's disgusting. Back to what I was saying though. Also another like 12-year-old. She looks like she could be a Nazi. I'm not a big fan of Nazis or some crazy BDSM shit. I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna put D. Okay. She's so fucking overrated. She got some weird ass fucking look to her. I don't know what it is. It might be the tiny ass fucking eyebrows or the big ass forehead. I don't know what it is. I don't fuck with her though. Same with Android. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Dragon Ball doesn't have any bad bitches in it, and I think people are just lying to make themselves seem cooler. You know what I mean? Get a real bad bitch like that snake bitch from fucking Monster Musume, whatever the fuck it was. Shout out to my snake bitches. She looks like a kid. I don't like that. I don't like that. So, you know, here's the thing, right? I have a motorcycle, and I feel like a slut when I wear a helmet, because I feel like one of those fucking bike talk guys, right? And I judge women who are into bike talk guys. You're disgusting. However, I'm no better than a woman, and it's basically a furry. Dude, that's fucking S tier. That's S tier right there. I'd smash any day of the week. Okay, child. We already talked about Dragon Ball characters. I think that's a Dragon Ball character. I'm gonna assume it is. It has that art style. Ugly as shit. She just looks basic. You know what I mean? I think C is gonna be my more like basic tier. This bitch. I'm pretty sure she's under 18. I'm not taking that risk. Again, it's the glasses. I got a thing for glasses. You know what I mean? Especially these glasses. This all stems from there was a fucking Wii CPU that had these glasses on. I thought she was bad when I was like a little 6-year-old. Anyway, back to what I was saying though. I'm gonna have to put that B tier. Looks like a kid. You know, it's a little concerning. The tier with the most amount of people in it is the child tier. That's not good. That's not good. We gotta work on that as a society. Anyway, I do fuck with her. What's it called? Little fucking bow on top. You know. It's nice. It kind of looks like cat ears. That's a little cute, you know. I'll say B tier. What the fuck is that? Okay, no, we're not playing those games. Anyway, back to the tier list. Again, looks like a kid. We can't be doing that, y'all. She has a nice aesthetic. She looks like she'd be into some archive fashion and shit. She looks like someone I could fly out to Paris for a fashion week. You know what I mean? And she'd judge me. And I'd be a little turned on by it because I got a degradation kink. I'm going to say B tier. I think B tier's a healthy pick for that. She looks like a doctor. And I got to think for Agnes Tachyon, not the actual horse, but the horse girl. You know what I mean? I fuck with her. And she got gray hair. Not like an old lady way, but in like a, you know, hot little anime bitch way. I don't know. A tier. That's a pretty safe pick there. This bitch just looks odd. I don't know if it's her cheeks or it might just be the shadow. And the fact that she doesn't have a fucking nose. It kind of looks like a little nub. I don't fuck with her though. I'm going E tier. 18. Perfect. Right there. Anyway, I do fuck with her. I think she's kind of hot. I got a thing for women in armor. Is that a ridiculous thing to say? Probably. Do I care though? No. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? B tier. Don't get me wrong. I like my tall woman. Not a big fan of giants, and she had an ugly ass fucking haircut. We're going E tier with that one. Looks like a kid. And I'm not taking a risk. Her, I don't like the haircut. I don't like the haircut. A haircut can make or break a bitch. You know what I mean? And this one's breaking her. I can't take that risk. I'm going D tier. Her, I don't think she was 18. She was in Dragon Maid, I think. Oh my fucking god. 18 years old in some wiki but others suggest she's likely millions years old. So she just looks underage. I'm not taking that risk. I don't know. I just don't like it. It's nothing against her personally. I just don't like how she looks. You know what I mean? Big ass forehead. We're not even gonna talk about that one. She got a cute aesthetic. I don't like that there's a cat on her shoulder. It makes me a little bit uncomfortable. I'm gonna be honest. She's cool looking though. I'm gonna give her that. I'll give her that. I'm gonna say B tier. I'll just go B on that one. I like my woman with short hair. And red hair. And she got the tie on, like I said earlier. Call back. I'm gonna go B tier on this. I think that's a pretty healthy tier to put her at. What the fuck is that haircut, dude? There's too much shit going on. That's a kid. Should I just get the kids out of here real quick and just see how many it adds up to? Kid. I saw Miss Kobayashi. I thought she was hot as shit, and she worked in an office job. I gotta think for a chick who works in an office job. I had the weirdest fuck. I'm winning the weirdest shit ever. I'm putting A tier. Little bit of a wild card. I don't care though. Back to finding these kids. Pause. Yeah. Real quick, I hate the fucking arguments like, well, she looks like a 7-year-old, but she's a million years old. Insert speed gif, editor me. You fucking pedophile. You read. No, we're not doing that, kid. This is taking too much time. I'm just gonna start putting bitches in C tier. You know what I mean? This is already a long ass video. I don't even know how long I've been recording, to be honest with you. Armored bitches. This bitch looks like a Nazi again. Why are there so many Nazis in anime? I'm not a big fan of that. What the fuck? What the fuck is she, a window cleaner? What the fuck? D tier. All right, I missed that one. That one looks like a kid too. I fuck with her. You know, she looks like a nice, dashing young woman. I'm gonna put B tier. First of all, get the fuck out of here. Nasty looking bitch. I don't know, it's just weird looking. I don't know what to say. This bitch looks weird. I fuck with, you know? That's a girl? That's just a fucking rabbit. Dude, it just keeps going. She's actually just like 7. Not actually. She's in middle school, dude. I watched the anime. I thought it was adorable. I loved Skilled Teacher, Takechi-san, whatever the fuck it was. That shit was adorable. I watched it in like 5th grade or some shit. I love that shit. There's so many, and a lot of them are just straight up kids, bro. Yeah, guys. So I'm gonna stop this here and maybe do. Oh, hold on. All right, guys. That's my tier list. Majority of them are in the child slot, not because I think they're hot, but because they're children, and I'm not gonna rate how hot a child is. Well, that's it. So, see you guys. I might upload this or not, depending on how I feel.